Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Your monster stars Melissa Barrera. After her life falls apart, soft-spoken actress Laura Franco finds her voice again when she meets a terrifying yet weirdly charming monster living in her closet. I only read part of the description there. Don't ever read the full description on this movie because that would just spoil the whole fucking movie. I don't know why they put that in there. If you guys have plans to see this movie, don't read the description of it because it just gives everything fucking away because it just makes no, it just, I don't know why they would put that in there. Now, moving on from that, Melissa Barrera, who I really like in the Scream films, she's like the brightest part of that film, to be honest. And next, she was in Abigail earlier this year, which she was amazing in that. So I was really looking forward to seeing this, even though it just popped on my radar like a few days ago. I was like, oh, Melissa Barrera in a movie, like almost like a romance horror type of movie. Okay, interesting. Let's check this out. I really like her a lot. And and I got a lot of like, Teen Wolf vibes from this movie, like the Michael J. Fox movie where he becomes a wolf. I really like that movie a lot as a kid. Haven't watched it in a while, so maybe not hasn't aged that very well. But I was getting similar vibes to that, and I was like, okay, I've been really liking these like somewhat weird films like that are almost like throwbacks in some ways this year, and this is something that is like has my interest. Felt the need to really see this movie. Well, the first hour of this movie was actually really good. With that being said, the way that this movie is paid off, um, it definitely has that Hollywood hypocrisy in the film. So this movie was not executed as well as I wanted to. At least when it comes to like the ending, because like the first hour of this movie was actually very interesting, where like Melissa, after this like harsh breakup, after this guy, this terrible fucking dude, leaves her in the hospital, like breaks up with her while she's in the hospital while getting this surgery for cancer and all that. She is trying to get back on her feet, and next, when she is getting back on her feet, she runs into a monster that is living in her closet, who's also played by Tommy Dewey. I have no idea if I said his name right completely there. He was also in Saturday Night, which came out a few weeks ago, which is also another great film you guys should go check out if you guys haven't already. And the chemistry between both of these actors, they do an amazing job. They play off one another pretty well, and next there's bits in the film that were actually really funny. I don't think that would have been funny if it wasn't them playing the parts. They did get annoying after a while. Like Melissa's character was very annoying in certain parts of the film where she would just constantly be whining and like screaming. I'm like, okay, all right. I really got annoyed with this and smile too. Don't fucking bring this shit over here. I hate it. It's like I understand you're in pain, but just shut up a tiny bit. Just be quiet. She does kind of get over herself, but also decides to somewhat crawl back to her ex-boyfriend by going to work on his play that she, I guess, had some form of help on it that he is leaving her out on. So, but she still wants to be a part of it, even though they're not together. So, which is already a great sign of this not going to be working out. But she goes and tries to get a role for this play, and it ends up not really working out because she gets a little bit nervous. But she still has some form of involvement onto the play after after she tries to audition for it again. So throughout this whole entire movie, you see her basically almost like getting her life back together, building this relationship with this monster that she just met in her closet. After a while, that just becomes the film, and it actually just starts losing steam. And I honestly kind of got bored after a while. I was waiting for like the horror elements to start kicking in, or like the reason why this monster is here, which again, do not read the description of this movie. It spoils the whole entire fucking movie. The thing that they go for could have been interesting, but they take it in a completely fucking different route. It's like, okay, this is kind of just making you like a fucking hypocrite, because she ends up starting like hating this guy and like blaming him for things that's going on right now in her current life. I'm like, you do, and he's like kind of calling her out for things, and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of like your choice to be here at the moment. Like, I don't understand what is going on. I understand the part where she feels the need to have credit on this play because she did help out, like, write out some of the songs and like some of like the scenes in the play. I understand that part, but Outlast on the guy because the way they use directing, I'm like, okay, now this is just stupid and ridiculous, and this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, there's one scene where she, decides to have this whole entire meltdown that is during rehearsal because her ex-boyfriend is directing one girl, and he's getting frustrated that this one girl isn't getting her scene correct at all. And Melissa Barrella's character is like, no, 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 you cannot yell at her. That is not okay. And it's like, yeah, but it is his play. And he is the director. And if it's not getting done the way that it needs to be, it's pretty reasonable for someone to get upset. I just find it stupid, and it's to move the plot forward and cause more tension in the film that just ends up going nowhere. It didn't really add anything to the film, and that's the way the film concludes itself is so fucking hypocritical. And it's like, really, I get that this guy messed up your life a tiny bit, like he left you, and he wasn't going to give you any credit on the play, but this is your solution, is to basically almost ruin the guy's life completely. That's the best way I could say it. It's such a hypocritical thing, and I never connect with any of those endings because it's supposed to be like a bold type of ending, like, oh, what the fuck type of moment, which it kind of is, but it doesn't mean I find it good. Like, throughout this whole entire movie, you're supposed to like this character, and like I'm kind of and I'm not like agreeing with some of her decisions or why, and I'm not liking her always because her whining's fucking annoying, but but the ending just makes me not fucking like her at all. Give Your Monster a D+. There's funny bits throughout the whole entire film, great performances. The makeup on the monster, Tommy's character, looks amazing. So from that standpoint, the movie has some legs to it. Like, it does stand on its own. It has its own unique style to it. The story is just kind of weak, and it loses me towards the end and makes the whole entire movie feel pointless and feel hypocritical in a lot of ways. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this movie, if you've seen it, or if you have any interest in seeing it, or why'd you not like it type of deal. And we'll have a conversation down below in the comment section. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.